Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Retro Hangover Podcast live stream. I'm here to stream some more Lunar for that ass tonight. I gotta put something out in our Discord server, which you can find at linktree/retro hangover. That's linktr.ee/retro hangover. And you can find our Discord there. And I am going to be posting something to the loudspeaker right now and say, at everyone, we streaming. I'm going to send now. I hope you all are having a fantastic night. If you're watching this on YouTube, I gotta get my hands away from there because the camera's like, it's like, shows 3D. Very delayed there. It's cool. I hope you all have a fantastic night for those who are watching live. If you're watching this on YouTube, I still hope that you are having a fantastic night. I'm going to lower this right here. Get more of my facials. Because I have to have my personality. I don't want that all up in my face. Look how round my face has been. I need to, like, lose weight, man. Seriously. Got 2 more years, then I can gain all the weight I want. I don't want to gain weight. English is locked. It says that in my tags. Wonder if that figured that out by the way I'm talking. What if I'm talking Australian? Twitch. I'll wait until we get some people in here. Or maybe not. You know what? This is typically embarrassing for me when I stream one way or another. It's probably just best to start this off. Let's go ahead and get a... Let's load this up. Playing with a new controller tonight. Thought I'd use my Astro City Mini controller because I want to get some use out of it. I always like the controller itself. I think it's pretty good. But, Astro City Mini is both fantastic and disappointing at the same time. I always get some serious lag when I try to play it off of TV, which is, you know, unfortunate. We are 20 hours and 33 minutes into this journey, y'all. We have spent a lot of time together in getting this complete. We're going to do it. I'm not turning my back on this. Now I'm supposed to go east. Ooh, I like this controller. It's like so comfortable on the D-pad. I might use this. You know what? I have to play a... I don't have to. I can do whatever the hell I want to. But, I'm going to be playing an East game, East 4 for the Super Nintendo. I might use this, depending on how dependent they are on the R and L buttons. This is a really comfy D-pad for this type of game. What's going on, Randall? Thank you for calling me a sexy fucker. I have a lot of work to do. You are building a couch. Did you order one or are you building one from scratch? Shouldn't take you long to build one. If you ordered one. Hey! What's going on, Katie? Sorry if I sounded more exciting to see Katie than you, Randall. I love you both. I'm equally excited. Katie is certainly more interesting. I'll have to go up to West Virginia sometime and find out for myself. It's very hard to do all this digitally. Bought one from Wally World. Okay. doing that. Lunar Night! Yes, it is! What's going on, Master Llama Keaton? It's a futon, but it's something. I love futons. I love futons. I'm not afraid to admit it. I wish we still had ours. I remember when we first got married and we had our futon. And I love that futon. We no longer have it, obviously. Lost to time. Yeah, it is awesome music. I love this music, Llama. I don't think it's a rite of passage. I don't. I think that misrepresents it because futons are very versatile. I have nothing but love for futons. If I had more room in my office here, slash game room, I would have a futon instead of this recliner, but I love this recliner too, so. Like everyone's I want to get the full couch set, the full love set with the big couch and the love seat. I'll be like, dude, give me a futon, man. Cutting cards and finalizing the prototype card game to debut at FurryCon this weekend. Good luck, man. I know you've been working on that for a while. I'm excited to hear what everyone thinks about your card game, and I mean that genuinely. Like I don't know much about card games, but I know that people do love them, and you've been working hard, so I really hope it works out for you, dude. Oh, wow, those magic is good stuff. Magic experience. Wow. Man, this... I'm going to be using this controller from now on. This is so comfortable. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's this wonderful thing. The Astro City Mini controller by Sega. So it's still a Sega controller. And this is comfortable, man. I wonder if this is where I need to be. The game company you work with, you get to play a lot of demos. How about maybe you have some contacts? I'm not gonna say how about you hook up Llama, but like, is there any chance you have some contacts Llama can get into if it's received well? We just placed it once. Braculi. Where's Braculi? So I miss Braculi. I need to find Braculi. Braculi. I don't know. Wow, another back attack. The F. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty cool. Nice little success story. So if he makes a lot of money, we could see another person putting in for Patreon polls. Getting a lot of points here. Not nearly enough, though. Okay. Has noticed Shane likes to skip lunar days. We actually hung out today. We went to the Culture Collective here in NAS. Oh, not NAS. I was about to say NAS Jackson. I'm used to talking to Navy people. But here in our home of Jacksonville, we went to a brewery called the Culture Collective. Second time I've been there. Delicious beers, some fantastic food. And he did not look amused when I told him we would be playing Lunar tonight. I think it's kind of predictable. But he'll show up, I'm sure. I'm more surprised that Booty's not here yet. Like, Icha Booty is here, like, at the drop of a dime on Lunar Night. And loves to get us all educated about Lunar Silver Star Story. Which is a very good game. Raculi's not over there. Certainly not. Oh, there's Racula. Okay. Just as I remember it, nothing ever changes in this old town. Ever since I was a kid growing up here with Leo and Maori, it's been the same. Boring. Did you know this here was the village of Racula? Yep, north of here you got Sarek Palace, and across the sea is Pentagoulia. Hey there, kiddies, you look familiar. Have I seen you before? Grandpa, it's me, Ronfar. Don't you remember? It's your grandpa? Wow. Wow. Primarily a project for the furry fandom. Hey, look, man. Like, I'm kind of... taken aback isn't the right phrase. But I guess surprised? I don't know what the right word is for it. Of how successful these very niche communities can be when it comes to popularizing a game or a product or something like that. Like, it always amazes me how much money people are willing to put into these types of games that really speak to their community. It's special. I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to hawk your cash, but I'm saying, like, or saying that you're in it for the money. But there's always that potential, and you should never dismiss it. Huh. Oh, it's Leo. There we go. The last time you were here was during the epidemic. Oh. Leo, the disease was terrible. Claimed the lives of everyone who caught it, except Maori. Leo, it was my fault. I gave her the potion that changed her. You mustn't apologize. The potion you gave her saved her life. Even though she is now a tortured soul, there is yet hope of curing her. Without that potion, she would have died like the others. Ronfar, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You did the best you could. We must concentrate on returning her to normal. Leo, is there a way to bring her from the trance? Don't give me false hope. There is a way, but... But what, Leo? Don't leave me hanging. Leo, tell me how I can get Maori back to normal again. Ronfar, you gave Maori the potion that would save her life. But you couldn't have known what you gave her. Okay. So I'll tell you, Ronfar, that drink was the blood of Zofar. It saved her life, but made her a slave to the Dark Master himself. And now, she's cleansing the villagers one by one, enslaving them too. The only thing that can restore her to us is the power of Althena. But now that Maori has sealed the power of the Red Dragon, Althena's power cannot be unleashed. The situation seems hopeless. There must be a way. I can't let Maori down again. Unless you can unleash the Red Dragon's power, I don't see how you'll do it. I will find a way. Bet on it. Okay, here we go.
I was told that this is where I could find some Lunar. Is that right?
Big moon butt. Lunar, yes. What's going on, Shane?
Hey.
Hi. We got our regulars here. We got some Llama. We got some Katie. We got some Randall.
Fantastic. I hope you all like the new episode. Because I know you've listened to it already. Because you're just that dedicated. I won't hear otherwise.
I think who's it? GC Freak. He did. Because he was talking about how he missed out on talking about the Jaguar and 3DO versions of the game. And if you listen to the episode, you'll understand that we will never probably play the 3DO and Jaguar versions of the game. Nothing against the 3DO or the Jaguar in that instance. But I'm tangling up my cords here. I'm sorry. I am making a mess of myself.
I feel like it was also him that I saw mention, maybe it was on Twitter or something, that it was like one of his favorite games. Was that him?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was just like, well, you're gonna be real salty once this episode's over, but all right.
Look, we're not going to make everybody happy all of the time. Oh, and Oren's already listened to the episode. I don't think
you accidentally listened to it twice.
Oh, good.
Good. Gotta pump up those numbers.
Dude, I didn't know I had like the most comfortable controller just sitting like in the corner over there, and I'm so happy I'm using this one. I got using my Astro City Mini controller, and it is the shit. It is so awesome. It doesn't have shoulder buttons though, which I know was good at that.
Does it have like trigger buttons or anything, or
no? Here, I'll post it up. I showed it a couple times already. This is going to be irritating for people on YouTube. It's like the third time I've shown it because I'm like in love with this thing at the moment. So there it is. I love it. Just absolutely love it.
Okay.
It's just, it's comfortable.
Say I'm getting real Sega Genesis vibes from that thing.
It is made by Sega, yes.
Ah, well, that explains a lot. Well, while you are doing the Lunar, I am continuing to fix. So, for those of you that are hanging out here listening this fine evening, you might have noticed from the episode description that we mentioned that we are with a new hosting platform. So, for the first time in the history of the show, we've moved from our little self-hosted effort, which I think we did a pretty good job with for the last like 6-7 years or whatever.
I would say so.
And we are now on a big boys hosting service. So I've actually been pretty impressed so far. But it's given me an opportunity to go back through and clean up our back catalog, add custom artwork to each of the episodes, get things numbered correctly, which we'll probably address in the beginning of our next recording, because that might be confusing for some people, but yeah, good stuff. So I'm hoping by the time the stream's done tonight, I think I'll have it all done. So. Never say we are not working for you.
Hey, what's going on, Ashton? Captivate.
What service? Yes, we are using Captivate.fm. I did a bunch of research into different hosting platforms and landed on them for a number of reasons. One honestly is that there are certain hosting platforms that, whether they explicitly say so or not, kind of sort of soft censor people. And in case you guys aren't aware, maybe we're not huge fans of that. So I wanted to make sure that wherever we went, we were still going to be able to do the show our way and not have somebody tell us what we can and can't do. So that was a big deciding factor. But they also just have a lot of really great sort of amenities that come along with the service, and so I think it's an overall benefit for the show, I think. And honestly, you know, you guys that are in here, just about if not everyone, I think, that's currently in here are all patrons. So it's honestly, it's thanks to you guys, because we would not necessarily have been moved to a place that we would be paying for a service if it were not for you fine patrons. So you are quite literally actively making the show better. So thank you once again to all of you.
100%. Echoing everything Shane just said. We couldn't be doing this super cool, almost semi-professional effort without all of you. And
yeah,
I don't know. I can't add much more to it. I don't want to say more words because I don't want to make it sound cheesy.
Well, as I said in our private host chat in Discord a day or two ago, I dare say we may almost be a professional podcast now.
We're almost there.
Almost
there. I mean, technically we are, because we do have Patreon.
Yeah.
And we
still debatable.
Have the affiliate links and the shop.
Was that llama? Oh, the Podbean thing. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Does that mean you can use their ads? Oh, from Captivate? So I was looking at that. It seems like, I don't know if I don't think they supply ads. Like we have the ability now to do like pre or post roll ad insertions, or mid roll if we want to put them like in between somewhere in the show. Like we can do that directly through the hosting service. But I think, from what I've gathered, I think you have to like supply your own ad reads. Like I don't think there's stuff that they just offer. I could be wrong about that, but as you guys know, we're very particular about what stuff we're gonna support. So it's not like we're just gonna start throwing fucking Raid Shadow Legends promos in there or some garbage.
Oh, and by the way, I don't think we do say it enough, but because he said words do need to go his direction. Ashton is really supporting us in so many ways as being our editor, and he's killing it for us, and it is making us much more flexible to do more things with him helping us out the way that he does. And thank you, Ashton. You have been like the absolute workhorse and power horse behind the show for months now, ever since you started editing. So thank you very much.
Truth.
Oh, dude, blocking my way. Oh, 1,500 silver. Go fuck yourself, Althena. Alright, they're all crazy. Sweet. I went to a MAGA rally. This is awesome. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, and so that still remains to be seen, because we have the ability to sort of just add them in like pre and post roll or whatever. Like what we may end up doing is just having like the ad read clips just separate. Actually, not only the ad read, technically we could do it with the patron shout out too, since we do that technically pre-roll. So we can just have those as separate audio files and then just insert them through the hosting service, and that way they don't have to be included in the actual episode audio file.
That'd be awesome.
So, yeah.
I know that some podcasts, like some of the really big podcasts I listen to, and when I say really big, I mean one. There's only one big podcast I listen to. Hey, what's going on, Booty? Anyone hear my appearance on Secret Levels this week? I have not listened to Secret Levels yet. I'm sorry, Llama. So we are going to go cleanse Maori, Booty. What was I talking about?
Something about listening to a big podcast.
Oh yeah, Scared to Death. It's the ghost podcast I listen to, like paranormal shit. So they like have ads that like after so many people listen to them, they don't play anymore. But it's like it's automated by their handler. Now that again, they're a super big podcast, so that's the ideal. Hopefully, we make it there one day, but we aren't there at the moment. So, we'll see how it goes. Like, we don't even have ads, and I'm not saying we want ads. We're pretty implicit about our stance on that. If you've ever listened to the Bones Coffee ad, that we only advertise things that we actually believe in and have, enjoy and would use.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's part of the reason why we've just been rolling with the Bones ad for like fucking ever now. It's just I should probably update it just to have something different, but I'm sure you guys have probably fucking memorized that shit by now. But or you just skip it. That's probably more likely. But yeah, it's just because we don't, we're not just gonna pick up the first thing that comes along. Although I do find it like humorous that I think we're in that weird like teenage awkward stage of content production, in that we now actually have potential sponsors reaching out to us rather than us coming to them. But then when they find out our numbers, they just ghost us. So we're like in that weird in-between stage where like people know us, but then we're like, yeah, I mean, here's our numbers on average, and they're like, cool. Anyway, and then we never hear from them again.
We should have just lied. I think another part of it was for our last when someone reached out to us, we said, hey, send us free stuff so we can vouch for it. I think that was more it.
I mean, we didn't exactly phrase it that way, but that's essentially what we were saying. I mean, we're going to stick to our guns on that. That's what we were saying before. It's just like, if you want us to promote your product and we're not already familiar with it, we need to become familiar with it. And if it's not something that we ourselves wouldn't use, then we're not going to promo it. Like, that's exactly. Them's the breaks. So
exactly,
it's fine.
Does Lucia finally attack? Yes, she does. Like, sort of. That's a funny question, Randall. That is a funny question.
Wow, it's interesting that you mentioned that. That's actually the exact sponsor that I was mentioning when I said they reached out to us and then ghosted us.
Hey, look, I'm not going to tell you to trim your balls until I know I can trim my balls in confidence. Okay?
That's true. Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want their, products nicking the babies. I'm doing great, Booty. I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well.
I don't want that on my conscience.
No. If I'm telling you to nick your balls while my balls have never been nicked, I don't think that's fair. I'll tell you right now.
Equal opportunity ball nickers.
Exactly. Bleeding balls. Where's Adam? Adam never crazy as well. Yo, that's a lot of hit points. And does a lot of damage. Yeah, I've been noticing that, Moody. I saw you start over like you said you would. So hopefully you get that, taken care of.
Wait, am I? Oh, never mind. For a second there, I thought like, yeah, okay. I had a moment where for a second there, I thought we literally titled one of our episodes completely incorrectly.
That would not surprise me. I'm not saying that like as a knocking on you, but seems like something we would do.
Fuck you trying to say? No, it's always fucking confusing. It was the Ghouls and Ghosts one, because like there's like 3 different names for that fucking game. It's like Ghouls and Ghosts, but then it's like Ghosts and Goblins. Then there's also Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Confusing.
Well, Llama, you already have my piece on what I think the game challenge should be for this month.
I'm on board with Tetris. I would be down for a good Tetris challenge.
I was supposed to just shave my dick dragon. I don't know. Maybe an up and comer will sponsor us.
I mean, there was that time where that Smooth My Balls place reached out to us on Instagram, and then we never got back to them.
A million times.
Yeah.
It's like, look, guys, it's not you. It's me.
I also just wonder how they're doing, like, as a company, because I feel like that's a little bit of a gamble when you kind of, like, take a weird, like, meme-y approach to the name of your entire fucking company.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how serious they were either, you know? It's like...
I don't know. I feel like a lot of those things are kind of spammy. They just, like, they automate that stuff, I'm pretty sure.
They got to.
They'll just, like, have a bot that just messages a bunch of people and hope that somebody catches on. Also, for the love of God, why the fuck? Okay, Twitter, can we have a conversation for just a moment? Because apparently because we like video game content, I have now been getting those like suggested tweet notifications on my phone for like the last week or two, and they are, and I don't use the word literally the way that most people do. I use it in its proper fucking form. So when I say literally, I mean literally. Every one of them have just been like e-thought posts being like, hey gamers, are you looking for an anime GF? And it's like some like basically their promo for their fucking like the thing that I can't think of right now.
Like
what's
a Twitch channel?
No, the fucking pay thoughts for photos service. What the fuck is that called? There we go. OnlyFans. Why couldn't I remember that? I swear that's what this is. Like the other one, like I got one yesterday that was just like something about like their thick thighs being great pillows, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, why am I getting these?
They probably are.
I mean, you know what? I'm sure they are. I just want to know why Twitter is suddenly hitting me up with all this like horny jail bullshit. Like I don't need this on my phone.
Just don't let the wife catch it. That's all you gotta worry about.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about though. It's like on the off chance she sees like my notifications and it's just like, what is this shit about this like half naked chick talking about wanting an anime girlfriend? Like, listen, Twitter's thirsty. I don't know what to tell you.
Twitter's like, a lot of things.
He's in his 50s. So what we're saying is that Twitter is just literally trying to push this narrative that everybody needs an anime thick thigh waifu, which I, again, on principle, I don't necessarily disagree with. I just feel like maybe they don't need to be like shoving that in everybody's face.
No, Llama, Daddy Elon is gonna save us all.
That's right. He's taking us to Mars.
Yeah.
Also, fast food breakfast. I mean, technically Dunkin' Donuts is fast food, so that's my answer.
Ooh, that's not a bad answer. How about Wawa?
I'll be honest, I've never had food from Wawa. I've heard that it's good. I'm trying to think, have I ever set foot inside of a Wawa? Like maybe once.
Interesting. Like the Egg McMuffin is solid, so is the McGriddle. But I have to say, Wawa, I can't go wrong with Wawa. Dunkin' Donuts is a solid choice though, man. It really is.
I mean, yeah, it's that's their jam. That's what they do.
You know who's
I'd be concerned if they weren't at least decent.
underrated is Taco Bell.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Also, I would say that McDonald's would actually probably be the second for me. Not that I get fast food breakfast really all that often, if ever. I mean, outside of Dunkin' Donuts, but the few times that I have, it's always been McDonald's. I don't think I've ever done Burger King breakfast. Something just feels wrong about that. I don't know.
Oh, it is a fucking grease trap, and it's marvelous. Wendy's isn't bad either. No, actually, no, Wendy's is pretty bad. I take that back. I'm not too impressed by Wendy's. It's just that their dollar breakfast sandwiches, I love them because they're $1.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know if it's changed recently because I haven't been in a Wendy's in a hot minute. But I mean, so my first job out of college, we were like right down the road from Wendy's, so it ended up being that we went there pretty often. And honestly, the food's not bad. Like in terms of fast food, like Wendy's is pretty good. I also really like their chili. Wendy's chili is pretty good.
I haven't had their chili.
Yeah, no, the chili's pretty solid.
That's good. That's good to know.
No, that's totally valid. That's totally valid, Booty. Like, why the fuck? Listen, life is short as it is, so why not serve breakfast all day? That's all I'm saying. Like, breakfast to me is an anytime food. Okay, yes. Breakfast is always good. It doesn't matter what time of day it is.
So Sonic serves breakfast all day, and they're fucking. I haven't had Sonic in a long time, but they're really good. And breakfast is all day.
See? There you go. I had never had Sonic until I moved down here to Florida because they don't exist in New England, or at least they didn't. I don't know if they're there now. But,
same.
But yeah, man. Like, I think like the first time I went to Sonic, I got the whatever. I think it's a foot long, like the giant fucking chili dog or whatever. Oh, dude. Giant chili dog with just like cheese and yeah, it's good stuff.
You know what? Like, it still amazes me when I think back at it. And at Sonic, it used to be they would come up to your car in roller skates.
Yes.
And that doesn't happen anymore.
Nope.
I don't know whether or not to be disappointed. I'm not sure if the employees like that or not. I have no idea.
No, I think they hated it. From what because I for a little while I knew one person that worked at a Sonic, and they were just like, yeah, that fucking sucks. Which I kind of get. Like, also it's potentially dangerous, I guess.
Could it at least be rollerblades? I like rollerblades.
I mean, I know what they were going for. It was that whole like nostalgia trip, 50s fucking pull-in diner business. But
dude, I'm all about that. I love it, and the fact it existed until like the 2010s. Didn't someone fall with the food in their hands and got fired? That's probably...
Probably.
Yeah. That's probably exactly what happened. Yeah, it still was the thing in the 2010s, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like when I moved down here in 2012, I'm pretty sure they were still doing it.
Chick-fil-A has some pretty good breakfast meals, but it wouldn't be at the top of my list. I've only eaten at Chick-fil-A once, and it was good. Pretty much all food from Chick-fil-A is good.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't put it over, like, a lot of the things we've already been talking about. They stopped doing before COVID. Oh, yeah, well before COVID. It was well before COVID. My sister-in-law used to work at Sonic. I think she worked at the one... I don't know how familiar are with College Drive down in my neck of the woods. Or 220. 220, I'm sorry. Not College, 220.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So at 220 in College, there used to be a Sonic, and it was just taken over by nature. but I think that's where that's where my sister-in-law used to work. And
okay.
my wife used to work at the McDonald's that is on 220 in College. This was like years and years ago.
Yeah, I think the only Sonic in this area I've been to is the one that's like right down in Middleburg, because it's like right next to the Publix over there.
Yeah, because we got the one on Blanding, the one next to Arby's.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we're gonna get our Checkers back. Oh, I cannot wait to get Checkers back, or Rallies, or whatever it's called, wherever you live. I don't know. I love Checkers, man. Checkers was the fucking bomb.
I don't think I'd ever gone to Checkers.
You want to talk about fat kid food? Oh my god, Checkers is fantastic. Their fries are good. Fries are off the chain. They're like covered in pepper instead of salt. Oh, you can get them from the grocery store and cook them in your oven and shit. Oh, Checkers is so good, man. They used to be really cheap. I don't know what they are anymore, because when I went to them in Virginia, like, they cost a little bit more. And it's kind of like you go to Little Caesars and like the quality is that of a $5 hot and ready. If it costs $10, then you don't go there anymore.
Well, I was gonna say it's probably more expensive just by virtue of being in Virginia. But
That could be it.
yeah.
But like there is a lot better comparable food. So.
Yeah, it's those are value propositions. That's what that is. It's like
Exactly.
what can I get for $5? All right, that is a reasonable thing I can get for $5.
That's why a lot of my lunches now have been at Wendy's, because they have the $5 biggie bag. And that's like the best value that's local to me, because I don't want to like be like go to a Burger King or a McDonald's where it's like 2 for $5, because I know I'm not going to eat that second fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
But you get the $5 biggie bag, it's like, okay, this is cool. Get yourself a nice little burger.
I'll say that's kind of the same thing that, because like honestly, probably the place that we go to the most is Taco Bell. Like if we're gonna do fast food, it's usually Taco Bell, because that's like Brianna's favorite. And so their $5 fill up box or whatever that they always do, like they change like what's in it, but that is also a pretty good value proposition. You get a lot of food in there for $5.
Yeah. Llama right there had a $5 biggie bag, delicious and filling. Hell yeah, brother.
See, there you go.
And then when you order it through the app, which I highly recommend you do. So, like, I used to be against these stupid little, like, restaurant apps. Just because, I don't know, I'm old and get off my lawn. But, like, you use them, and they actually, over time, like, they have exclusive offers. And you get rewards points, so you can apply them, and they'll save you money if you want to upgrade a fry or get a free drink or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, screw it. I don't care. I'll take free shit.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing that I was doing with gas stations. Every gas station has their own fucking app now, but a lot of the times, if you use those, you usually get at least a couple cents off per gallon.
Yep.
At that station, so like it's actually kind of worth it. It's a pain in the ass of having like 10 different fucking gas apps on your phone, but I guess it pays off.
Yeah, the Next does not have that. At least you don't have to drive to work, so that's a boon for you. I know your wife does.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was when I was still driving to the office.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of pointless.
Did I come from this way? I might have fucked this up. I lost track of things while talking. Okay. I need to find a job where I can work from home. That's what I need to do. Like, I'm happy that... I mean, I'm not going to say the pandemic's over. I'm not saying that. But I am happy, like, for the most part... Like, most things have gotten back to normal. I think most people are happy about that. However, I will say this. I I miss some of the early days of COVID because I got to stay home and work from home, and I got to do a lot more stuff for the podcast and be more social on with other podcasters and stuff like that. And I'm gonna miss those days as much as I hope we don't return to the general tenor of everything that was happening back then. But yeah, there are some things I miss, like no lie.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, obviously the situation itself was no bueno, but some of the side effects of it, especially for the more introverted among us, we were just like, what? We're being told we have to stay home?
Yes.
And that's okay? We're not going anywhere?
Yeah.
My God. This is incredible.
It was, I never had to go into the office. I still got all my work done. I didn't necessarily feel valued, whatever. I didn't anyway. So, I was able to just like learn a lot more for this craft here, and I'm grateful for that. Made a lot more friends. Like, I don't know if I'd be as cool with secret levels. I know, like, a lot of the podcasts I'm with nowadays that I talk online with, I'm not as active as I used to be, and that's just because I'm more busy with my job, and that sucks. But I'm not going to be like, yeah, let's all go back into lockdown status so I can chill with you all again. Like, I'm not going that route. That's pretty selfish. But yeah, there's always going to be an element. There's a silver lining to everything that I'm going to miss. Couch done. I know what you guys mean. Since COVID happened, I started a Mew career. Became a cat. Meow. So you were a cow and then you became a cat? Kidding. Oh, I have plenty of magic experience points. What do I use them on? Let's do this. Yes. Freeze trap. Thought trap.
Yeah. Twitter. That's what that is. Thought trap.
No. I mean, it can be. Fuck you. You wands. I remember, like, that's like a weapon in Diablo.
Yes. Oh man, this just reminded me. I was popping back over to the Mega Cat Studios website so I could pull that high-res cat image they got over there for our album art for that episode we did for them. And
I can send that to you. I think it's relevant.
I mean, sure, if you want to do that. But now it just reminded me, on front of their page, they've got the that wrestling game they're working on. I really hope that turns out well, because it looks fucking cool. Like WrestleQuest with Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'm thinking, chat, what do you think? I'm thinking for WrestleQuest, we contact Patrick Hickey Jr. and was it? Oh my God, I'm going to forget the dude's name, and I feel terrible because I'm on the spot. The guy we interviewed for the Mega Cat Studios interview.
Yes.
How would you feel, chat, if I reached out to them? Would you be interested in that episode and making it available for everyone, and not a patron episode? Because I think that would work out. I don't know if they would, because they'd be like, you haven't talked to me since Halo. I'm like, yeah. Sorry. I'm busy. That'd be sick. Contact them would be sick. Yes! Lucia is finally attacking. Yeah, she did. Llama still had to go to work during COVID. That sucks, man. Okay, trying to remember what I've... All right, I'll send out the floaters and see what they think. I'd love to have them back on. The interview is fantastic. Patrick Hickey he's all over, man, and the fact he got picked up for that's good for him. So I'd love to have that up, like him be on the show for that. And we'll see, you know. I'm all about taking advantage of opportunities. Oh, anything can. Look, if what taught me that, Llama, was Final Lap Twin for the TurboGrafx, and I know I've probably said that before. Final Lap Twin is a racing RPG, much in the same vein. It was for the TurboGrafx 16. I am lost, I think. I've gotten lost in conversation, so now I don't know where we're supposed to go. I really think I'm over-leveled. I don't remember being at this level when I beat the game last time. Yeah, Lamina, that's a good level. Good level. Got an angel ring.
You mean like an Arkanoid RPG, Llama? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, that'd be dope.
I'm actually surprised. Well, apparently it looks like a couple people have tried it, but you haven't been too into it, huh? I'm surprised a good one of those hasn't come out.
Yeah, check it out, Final Lap Twin. It's not perfect, it has its flaws, but it's a very good, honest and early attempt by Namco to make a F1 RPG. It's like the pole position RPG. Oh, there's a game for your contest. Llama, pole position. But if we do Tetris, we discussed this today while we were having drinks. It would have to be the Final Athena's Tears. Sweet. What happened? Okay, so we gotta find Maori. Ooh, the Justice Rod. I don't like this. I'm gonna just kill everybody. We don't want Arkanoid clones. They healed themselves, this bastard.
I mean, not maybe not necessarily for the high score challenge, but I'd be interested to know if there are some decently entertaining Arkanoid clones. I don't know, you know, why not? I'm at least marginally interested in anything that slaps some RPG mechanics on top of something, assuming it works well.
Pole position, outrun, hang on, super Monaco GP. Or Monaco GP for that matter. Spy Hunter. Oh, I think Spy Hunter would kill it. Put the NES version of Spy Hunter in there. People would vote for it. Brad Mobile. That could work. Run far, gained a level. So I have to head back downstairs. Okay. Gotta give this to Ronnie Ronfar. Oh, hell yes. Well, he's not smart anymore, unfortunately. Hate Spy Hunter, but if people like it... Well, they do Spy Hunter 2. That's like a... They had a sequel on the NES to that that was, like, really impressive. And by the way, you are in control of this llama. If you don't like a game, you don't have to put it. You just don't. Another interesting one could be Chase HQ. Don't consider us the people, though. That's what I'm saying. I just spitball. When I say us, I mean me and Shane. Don't consider me and Shane the will of the people.
No. No, certainly not.
Tetris
There
is the
we
will
go.
of the people this month. Sure. I'm not gonna fight you. And when we say Tetris, it's either Tengen Tetris or Game Boy Tetris.
My personal preference is leaning towards Game Boy Tetris.
That's not a bad choice at all. It's hard to go
Wait a
wrong
minute.
with Tetris from that era.
Yeah. So wait a minute. You said 3 of the choices are ones I want. The 4th is the will of the people, and you said Tetris is the will of the people. So are you implying you don't want Tetris, Llama? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, well, that didn't work out well. Oh, wow. Fix It Felix is gonna win. What game how do we play that?
What even is that on? It's actually one of the things that we were talking about earlier today. Is that for the things that we pick as potential options for these high score monthly challenges, we probably ought to try to skew towards things that are easier for people to access. Because like don't get me wrong, Robotron was fun. I enjoyed that challenge. I also possibly may have enjoyed dethroning Soha, even if it was for only a month.
You didn't give him any time.
That's true. That's part of the strategy. But part of the issue with that, though, is that, like, installing MAME, getting the right ROM for it, and then figuring out how to map, like, your twin stick controls correctly and getting that all set up, and it's not the easiest. I mean, it's not super difficult, but it's not straightforward either, you know? So I feel like maybe that might be part of the reason that some folks just didn't participate, because the setup is a little weird. And so I guess if we're gonna, I was thinking about this too, that it's probably on us to put some like instructions out there. So I think like if we, whatever we end up choosing, if it's something that needs some setup beforehand, probably would be helpful for us to post something, maybe in like the rules section. When I post like the rules for the month's competition, I just include setup instructions if need be. I don't know.
So yes, I have found plenty of chests. I'm on my way back down to the bottom. Soha's emulation site is a godsend. I have missed this. What is Soha's emulation site? And you know, you say that, and I can't wait until Growing Up Gaming in Brazil happens, because that makes a lot of sense of why Brazilians are good at the figuring out how to play shit illegally game.
Ooh, fancy.
What's in the Discord?
Randall just posted a photo. He's now watching us on the big screen in the living room. Well, him and Katie. I can see Katie's foot in the corner of the picture.
That's cool.
It's a nice Wii box you got there, by the way.
Wii box.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, this makes way more sense now. I was wondering what the fuck Randall meant by couch done in the Twitch chat. And then now that I'm over here in Discord, I'm like, ah, okay. It's all coming together.
Now you all have to pay for that picture. No. It's not an NFT.
I don't remember subscribing to your OnlyFans, Katie.
Yo. All right. I will be right back. 1 second. You can enjoy this music because the music is good, as everyone said. I got to relieve my bladder. And where's camera? There it is. All right, be right back, everybody.
Oh God! All right, now it's on me to be like entertaining or some shit. It's not like I do a podcast for a living or anything. So this is Lunar. Look at the nice little idle animations. Aren't they great? You might be able to tell I know fuck all about Lunar, even though he's been playing it for like, what is this, part 14 now? Something like that. Although on the other side of things, I am almost done making all of the episode-specific artwork for our back catalog. So that's good. Then I'll just have to go through and update all our episodes in the new hosting platform. So if your podcast app happens to actually pull that shit in correctly, then you should start seeing, well, you should have seen it today, actually, with the Wolfenstein episode, but you should see episode-specific artwork for everything going forward, which is pretty cool. We hadn't been doing that before. But it is a tedious process. Going back through 120, what is it, 126 episodes now? Yeah. That's just counting everything, by the way. That's King of Games. The weird two-parter of episode 5 that we did all the way back in 2015 that completely threw off our episode count, and we've been wrong this entire time. Also that. That's a fun one. I'm sure we'll talk about that in the next episode. So let's see. So you guys just, so you just finished moving, right? Is that what we're doing here with the? Am I completely off on that, or did you guys just get a new couch? I honestly don't keep track of that shit. All I know, or I try to, but okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right. See, I'm more attentive than I gave myself credit for. Well, I'm glad you guys are slowly getting yourself settled in. Ashton, if he's still lurking around here somewhere, he's moving this upcoming weekend, so lot of moving going on right now.
I'm not moving. I wish I had the money to just fix my house.
You moved a month ago, and you finally got a couch.
There it is.
Congratulations. Slow but steady.
Aye, moving does suck.
Yeah, it fucking does. Like, with us having just done that a few months back, it's no fun.
The gritty bitch Althena strikes again. Okay. Here we go! Time has come to settle this. Why do you come to me with condemnation in your eyes? I don't understand why I'm in this horrific place. Help me, Leo? Oh, she's serious now, okay. Your evil guile will not fool me this time, sister. If I cannot break you free from the spell which binds you, I'm prepared to kill you to save this world. No! Leo, wait! I just want to go in there. Thank you. Just kill her, dude. What? Ronfar, leave here this instant. This battle is mine and mine alone. What's going on, demon? Oi, cunt. One way or another, I will free Maori from the control of Zophar. Leo, you don't have to kill Maori. Zophar's essence has disappeared. No, it hasn't. Ronfar! Oh, Ronfar, I knew you would come. You got my letter, didn't you? Now that Lucia has dispelled Zophar's magic on this area, you should be healed. Oh, Ronfar, I can't believe I'm finally gazing into your eyes. Free from any affliction. Please don't let this be another cruel dream. I don't know if I could take it. It's no dream, Maori. I'm here. It's just so hard to believe that Zophar's power disappeared so suddenly. I mean, it was so very strong. That's all going on. I am going to the old country later today. Is that the Outback? What? What was that flash? What's happening to Maori? Oh no, I was afraid this would happen. I believe that Maori was under Zophar's influence for too long. The essence of Zophar's power still has some kind of hold on her soul. It's trying to claim her mind and heart once and for all. If Zophar's essence succeeds in taking her over, she will remain a vessel of Zophar's evil forever. And then, neither I nor the goddess Athena can do anything to bring her back. I just can't watch her slip away like this, Lucia. Please, I'll do anything to save her. There must be a way. Da-da-da-da. If you truly mean that, Ronfar, there might be one way. But it may cost you your life. Whatever it is, I'll do it. To save her now, you must enter her subconscious and do battle against the evil within her yourself. But if you fail, both your lives will end. Da-da-da-da. There is only a small amount of Althena's power left in this, but it should be adequate. Lay it on me. Zophar's evil will be no match for me. I will free you, Maori! Go to the UK. Sweet.
Your tall words amuse me, but they will come to nothing, because Zophar rules supreme, and he's called for your execution. So, this is where your journey ends, my friends.
I thought she was, like, good again. Whatever.
Oh, and Ronfar, my sweet.
Oh, getting so close to being done with these album art things. I'm up to the King of Games stuff now.
There's a cutscene, by the way.
You from this judgment. I don't play favorites anymore, as you'll soon find out.
I'm through running away, Mari. Do what you
Mari.
must. I will fight to my last breath to find the woman I fell in love with. I know she's in there, and so far or not, I will find her.
Alright, cutscene's over. Come on, Lucia! Zap me before it's too late. Are you sure that you just want to risk your life just to save her? Once I use this power, there can be no turning back. Mari is the only person that I've ever loved. I have to do this. Come on, Lucia. Hit me. Oh, because he's a gambler. No.
Wow.
That fool. Ronfar is doomed to die a fool's death. And you along with him. Every wrong step he takes within will call forth my fire of judgment on you. ... Basically, your dear Ronfar will be your executioner. Fart noises. Ronfar, I sure hope you know what you're doing. Plan your course carefully, or we're all dead. Get a new girlfriend. It's easier than risking your life.
Back.
Facts.
Why? Why would you say something so brave? So true.
It's ironic. Australia is actually I can't read. Why can't I read this? Geologically older. Yes. I'm not getting into this. Whoa, Creeperama. I've always wanted to get inside Mari's head, but this is how I plan to do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. But this is no time for bad jokes. I've got to find Mari. I just hope the others are all right. At least you... Okay. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh.
I feel like I'm am I missing something?
I guess you're supposed to go a certain direction, and now I have to fight this bad guy that I don't want to fight.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm catching up on the chat now. What the fuck is this about? Couches? Why are couches better than beds? That's a hot take.
He has the futon.
I will fight you on that.
He has a futon. The couch is the bed.
I don't know, man. I feel like futons are like a couch and a bed, but don't do either of them particularly well.
I disagree. I love futons.
All right, Demon's in on this one too.
Like fuck they are, I will fight you.
So wait a minute, who are you saying what to? Are you saying that to me? Are you which side of this fight are you on, Demon? Are you pro futon?
Yeah.
See, look, fucking okay. Katie's fucking calling you out right now. Y'all motherfuckers got the expensive ass Tempur-Pedic bed, and he's over here saying a futon is better.
I'm on team.
See,
futon.
there we go. Okay, thank you. Demon's on my side.
I'm on Team Randall. I'm on Team Randall. Team Couch.
Nope. Bed all the way. True. You get that Tempur-Pedic all to yourself now. And you're like, well, if you like the futon so much, why don't you just fucking sleep on it then?
Randall, I am with you. We must remain strong. Remain strong, King. Remain strong, King. You got this.
Pick up your crown, King. And lounge upon your futon.
I swear that couch is looking at me because cats fight on it, llama. Cats fight on your couch. Where you have scary fingerprints all over your TV screen.
Hey, you know what, Demon? Honestly, dude, like there's a reason, you know. That's that old adage about the things that you ought to spend good money on are the things that you are going to be things that are supporting you, basically. Shoes and beds. And also, in more modern times, I would also add office chairs. I feel like those are the three things that you really want to invest money into getting decent quality.
I would actually, yeah. You need to invest in a bed. Demon, yeah, me and Demon are both patrons of Remember the Game, so he put that on one of his patron things that you invest in a bet. So I didn't know it was an old adage, but I agree.
It is, yes. It's one of those, some of that grandpa boomer knowledge drops. That's what that is.
We don't talk about experience until October, and I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that, Llama. I have all 3 Fatal Frames on my PlayStation 3, digitally downloaded. I only played the first one though, but I look forward to that. I look forward to playing Fatal Frame. I'm sure Shane does. I think Shane would like that.
Like what? Fatal Frame?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say briefly. I think I even tried playing it before. So now I'm into it.
I'm gonna piss myself though, Llama. I'm the kind of guy who buys every survival horror game and never plays any of them because I'm too scared. I'm like, yeah, this game's really good. I really can't wait to not play it.
Stream Fatal Frame. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Stream it? It's not... Hey, Discamera, what's going on, man? Can't unsee Team Rocket. We did it with Soma, and we did it with Red Candle Games game that got banned in the United States because China's a bunch of cunts.
China is asshole.
Damn it, Shane.
What? That's not me. That was like a meme thing, okay? Like, jeez. Listen, I am not personally responsible for what the internet makes.
It wasn't attention. What's the other one that we streamed together? I like streaming games together, everybody. I like it. Yeah, exactly. She wants to watch the experience. Hey, look.
That's right. Demon did do a podcast on Fatal Frame once. I heard that was a really great episode.
He did. I missed that quote. I missed that in the chat. Yeah, Demon did a great episode on Fatal Frame. No EX moves though. No EX moves. So.
Nah, see, listen, like I'm the horror game person of the two of us. So I got shit in the hopper for this stuff. Like, I look forward to every single Spooptoberween, okay? Because it's like 2 games out of the year that I can just foist some like horrific bullshit on Chris, and it is joyous. Like, at some point, we are definitely going to talk about Fear, because that is a fucking amazing game.
Is it a scary game?
I mean, it's called Fear.
Doesn't mean it's scary.
What do you think? Yes, it is. I won't say that for the follow-ups because they pulled a fucking Dead Space and tried to turn it into action game, but you know.
Yeah.
What let's see. What did it stand for? Fear is an acronym. First Encounter Assault Recon, I believe, is what it is. But it is a horror first-person shooter, and it is fucking brilliant. And it is definitely old enough that it's valid for us to talk about. So that's gonna happen at some point.
How does one pay for more retro hung under?
Well, I mean, you know, Randall, we do have these tiers.
He's at the highest
Patreon,
tier.
And I can make new ones.
It's kind of dependent on other people. I don't think we should be volunteering other people and paying us. I'm down. Hey, look, if Demon and Adam are down for making Retro Hung Under an annual thing, I am 100% behind it. It kind of takes away from the surprise, but it does add to the fun. I will say, so if we want to stream it, I'm about streaming it, but I don't have a capture card. So streaming it from my PS3 is going to be a little bit more difficult. So we need 5 more patrons. Because I'm going to keep my promise. If we get 5 more patrons, I will get a capture card. I'm not saying it'll be the best capture card, but I will get one. Just so I can stream things.
I mean, or, you know, or you can just emulate Fatal Frame.
It's a PS2 game. That's not something I'm going to be able to do.
I might be able to pull it off. I don't know. I don't know what the state of PS2 emulation is these days.
So far, stop these evil charades. You've won. I don't have the strength to resist you any longer. No, Mari. It's really me. Lucia sent me inside your mind to free you. Every time I think about Ronfar, I pray that when I open my eyes, he'll be there. But when I do, he fades away into a hideous gas. Whoa, that's Taco Bell. And all that remains is an all-consuming despair. But this is no dream, Mari. I've come to rescue you. Trust me, this time when you awake, I'll be holding you in my arms. Please, Mari, trust me. Come on, open your eyes and love, and we can start our new life together.
Trust me, you dumb bitch.
Sappy! Oh, Ronfar! Ronfar! Mari, have you returned to us, my dear sister? Yes, Leo, Ronfar saved me. It's a lot more than that, actually. I'm just a little weak from the poison. Dear Lord, I was within seconds of killing you. I don't know why that's funny to me.
We were so close.
And there was a way to bring you back, but I couldn't see it. Can you ever forgive me? There's nothing to forgive. If it wasn't for Ronfar, I would have killed you. No, that's not how that went. That's enough talk about killing. We're all back, and that's what's important. It looks like Ronfar and Mari are finally going to get together. Kind of tugs at the old heartstrings, doesn't it? I need to stop these voices. Go ahead, Ronfar, kiss her.
No,
We
please
won't
continue.
look. Blasted cat! Don't you have anything better to do than play matchmaker? I don't. Ha ha ha. I need to back to watch Chris scream through Outlast. Who said that? Who said that?
That was Katie.
Oh. Okay. I got Outlast on my Series X.
Aha.
So I want to know how Chris's thoughts on the Demon Girl getting changed for the series for Fear. Yeah, they need to be limited. Okay, I agree. PS3 is not retro yet. Yeah, Fatal Frame is a PS2 game, but I have it on my PS3. Because it was certainly a choice they did with her. What cucks? Okay, I'm lost now. Hey, Leo! Wait, now I'm really lost. Where are you going? Don't you think it's time you joined our fight? My power is no longer of use to anyone. When you have restored the Red Dragon, then the goddess will be freed. Ronfar, you and your friends are responsible for our future, but I'm... ... PS3 isn't retro? PS3 games are retro. Like, launch PS3 games. I think easily make that, because we have covered some 360 games. So if 360 games can be retro, PS3 games can be retro. Leo.
That is true.
Not all that wonder are lost, Randall. Ronfar, guard this well. It is the key to freeing the power of the Red Dragon. Receive the Red Dragon aura from Maori. The door over there leads to the Red Dragon's cave. It's open now, but lava is blocking the way to the lair itself. You must find a way to stop it before you can proceed. Look around inside. There must be a way. The time grows short. Hurry, my love! Please be careful. I want to see you back in Raculi soon.
Yeah, isn't that in a way kind of fucking depressing? That like the 360 era is like old as shit now.
Yes.
Like I'm still using my wired 360 controller for like PC games that I use a controller for. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The 360 controller is a good ass controller. I've heard that the newer Xbox controllers are pretty solid too. I haven't actually ever used one, but I don't know, man. I like my 360 controller.
360 controllers are still good. I would never take anything away from them. But the Xbox One and Series X controllers are better.
Yeah, I mean that's like I said, that's what I've heard. I've never actually like laid hands on one, so I can't make the comparison. But
yeah, and I've heard nothing but good things about the Dual Sense, the DualShock 5 or whatever the fuck they want to call it. I don't know. I wasn't being serious, but that show goes by the criteria that they only challenge games that are at least 20 years old. Our show does 10 years. 10 years. I don't... What show are you talking about?
Game Center.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Well, I think they're using... Isn't that like also the rule for cars? Like, doesn't it have to be at least 20 years old to be considered like a... I don't know if they use antique for that, but I know there's a certain cutoff. I think it's 20 years. I don't know. I feel like we're in a good place with ours because 10. I mean, listen, man, 10 years is still a long time, and yeah, I mean, so also that really just kind of opens us stuff up for us too. You know, that'll just mean that we've always got a really wide window of stuff to talk about, so we're not always just like talking about like shit from the 80s or 90s or whatever. But
I mean, retro is... How retro is defined is really up to the individual. It's entirely subjective. There are some people who are like, oh no way, nothing from the PS3 and Xbox 360 can be retro. And it's like, dude, this was 2006, man. Like, there are people that are driving cars that weren't born when that system came out. So, like, put that in perspective.
that's not what you have a friend who insists nothing past PS1 can be retro ever.
Friend's wrong.
That's not how time works.
Your
like what? I mean, shit, man. Like I see social media posts from people every once in a while that are just like, man, I'm so nostalgic for my, DSi or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, or like, I grew up with the Wii. And I'm like, motherfucker, what are you talking about?
It's real. That's how
it is real. Yeah, they're like, my childhood console was the Nintendo Wii. And I'm like, I remember buying the Wii. What the fuck? Does he all over? That's fantastic. Yes. He also is hardcore Old Testament.
Now I remember, like, when we started this podcast, there's another podcast I listened to called they're still going. I think they're still pretty good. Called the Completely Unnecessary Podcast. I haven't listened to them in ages, but they're Pat Contry and Ian Ferguson. And they're a good team. Like, they're pretty good. But their definition, or at least Pat Contry's definition for retro a while back, I don't know if it's changed because I haven't heard, was that nothing after the Dreamcast could be retro. Like, ever. And that's because, like, how they defined retro gaming is once the arcade experience at home exceeded or met the arcade experience in the arcade, then the rules changed. So that's why it's like the Dreamcast was the last retro system, because that was the last system you got a match for a. That's when the home console caught up to the arcade, so to speak. That was his belief, and you can have that. I just disagree with it. Heaven forbid we use modern English we can understand. I can't even understand my own modern English.
We should start a fundraiser to help people who had to experience the Wii as their first console.
It's like a Zoolander shit.
For only 49 cents a day, you too can support an unfortunate child who had to grow up with the Wii as their first experience in video gaming.
Dude,
Help
I
them
love the Wii.
to understand that there is more, and life can be good.
I love the Wii. I think it's
No,
a good.
you love the Wii U.
I love both. I mean, the Wii U's better, obviously, because there's a Wii in it. But the Wii is a good console, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
Yeah, well, and so that's what we're saying, right? Discamera is just like, it's a moving target. Like retro is what is considered retro is never going to do anything except just continue growing, right? Like it just slowly includes more shit. Like from the advent of video games up until whatever your arbitrary cutoff is, that's always just going to keep changing. And so for us, we're sticking to the 10 years or older thing. So that means as time goes on, we just get more and more stuff we get to talk about. So
It's like, technically the Neo Geo is arcade perfect. Well, technically no one bought the Neo Geo.
yeah, because technically it was like a down payment on a house.
Yes.
Eventually it becomes antique. I mean, sure, yes. It is, actually. Retro is an ever-expanding black hole that will consume us all.
Yes. Hand you down for the NES. I mean, I wish, yeah, that's cool if your first console was, Okay, look, you say no one bought the Dreamcast. Compare people buying the Dreamcast to the Neo Geo. A lot more people bought a Dreamcast. I'm not knocking the Neo Geo. That is a fantastic console. But no one bought it. Because they couldn't afford it. It wasn't because it was, like, bad.
It was the rich man's console.
It's like it had 2 years of a bunch of games, then it was just fighting games. They're like, no one likes our stuff except for people who want to play King of Games, whatever, for the 90th time.
You mean King of Fighters?
Yes. I would love to make another one of those, by the way, for everyone listening, but we'll have to see. That is a wait and see.
Yes, indeed it is.
Pretty close. They were pretty close to perfect. You're right. People are still giving away Atari 2600s, at least the games. But yeah, you're right. People aren't giving away 32Xs and Dreamcasts anymore. That's not happening. Oh wow, people are really jonesing for 2600s over there? That's fascinating. Any good movies from this year to watch? I don't know. I have not watched movies in forever.
Yeah, dude, that's actually a good question. I honestly have no fucking idea. Like even some of the stuff that's come out that I want to see, I just haven't gone to see anything.
Sonic 2, I guess?
I still want to I want to see that. I still haven't gone to see it yet. I had a chance to get $4 tickets and didn't do it.
I was so busy that week, man. I hate when T-Mobile does that. Like, oh, here's some shit. I'm like, I have so much. It was like a drill weekend, which means we have to be at work all weekend. And like, yeah, now you can get the $4 tickets. I'm like, go get fucked.
How dare you offer me free things
No, it's
at
not.
a time that is inconvenient for me?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like so pissed, man. And not at T-Mobile, like they don't fucking know, right? But the release of the Atari Flashback, SNES Classic, NES Classic, and the first was a bad public thing. That's just as many even hard to find. Damn. Fuck me, retro games costing what they do is nuts. Sorry, I mean antique games. PS3 is retro. Okay, we get it. Old games cost a lot.
They do.
But
It's true.
it's not just that. So I paid over market value for a game called Devil's Third for the Wii U. If you haven't heard about it, it's not a great game. And I bought it right after it was going for about $60, and I had to buy it. I think I bought it for $140. That's what I bought the game for. Now you might be saying no game is worth $140, and largely I agree with that statement. But if you look up how much Devil's Third costs today, you're going to throw up in your mouth. And this is a Wii U game. I'm not talking about sealed, because I have a sealed Wii U game that is going for almost $500. But Devil's Third, right now, if you just want the game, with the box, of course, complete in box. I don't think it has a manual. It's going like for $600. $600 for a Wii U game.
Yeah.
I love the Wii U. Don't buy a Wii U game
Ridiculous.
for $600. Don't do it.
No.
Like, what are people? Like, where's this coming from? Like, this should be a hobby. The reason I got into it is one, because I liked older games, obviously. But the other one was getting retro games was just cheaper. And when you take that away, like, retro gaming loses so much. Like, that's part of the hunt. It's just like, oh, do you remember this game? Yeah, you can get it for $5. And that's what made it special. And that specialness is gone now. Like, oh, I picked up a game. I picked up a memory for $10 to $20. And it's not there. It's not there. You have to spend like $50. Fuck's sake, man. Like the game I'm playing right now, Lunar Eternal Blue. I've been wanting to buy this game for my Sega CD forever. I can't buy this game anymore. There's no fucking way I'm going to be able to get this game. Period. Unless I like put it on credit. So like it's possible I can get this game, but I'm willing to pay like $400, $500, $600 for this game? Like fuck no. This is like a really important game to me and I love it. But I'm not willing to shell out that amount of money just so I can be like just so I can like have some positive feelings towards myself. Like it's so fucking, it's ridiculous. Like if it was $200 I might consider it, but right now, no. No way in fucking hell. Burn the ice, so. Yeah. That's why I just use an EverDrive. Like, I'm genuinely thinking about getting the... I'm probably just going to go heal here for a second. But I'm thinking about getting the Terra Onion Mega SD or whatever K-Kriz makes, because I think he makes a better version of what Terra Onion did. And Terra Onion said some pretty shitty stuff, and I'm still kind of upset about that. Not trying to go all cancel culture, but they said some pretty shitty things. Towards K-Kriz, it's like, oh, you're a competitor. I hope, like, you die. Like, that's not cool. But, you know, but that's like I can put it in my Genesis and I don't have to worry about buying another Sega CD game ever again. And, like, ever since I got the mode from Terra Onion, and I put it in my Dreamcast, unless I, like, figured out how easy it was to put in my Dreamcast, and I used it on my Saturn, I haven't bought a game for either system. Because, why would you? So yeah, I mean, this Chimera is right, man. Like, getting the EverDrive is... Getting the best EverDrive you can possibly get. An EverDrive that's compatible with the most amount of games that you can make it compatible with. I know Super Nintendo's a little bit wonky because it has special chips for certain games. And I guess, like, some of those games aren't as prohibitively expensive as you might think, but at least not enough to justify the price between one EverDrive and another. But get those EverDrives. Just go get them. I fully endorse emulating and stealing from Nintendo at this point, because they're not going to honor all the purchases I made in the past. They're not carrying them over to the new consoles. So why should I give a shit? Like, at this point, like, stealing from Nintendo is ethically right.
But you mean you don't want to buy Super Mario Brothers for like the 16th time?
You already don't need to worry about getting a Sega CD game. I don't understand. I do need to worry about getting a Sega CD game. Because I want this game. Like, this is, like, important. Like, this game is important to me. I do need to worry about it, though. I get it. That's, you know, it's just like the thing that depresses me most. I know I'm going to go on another tangent here, but like with James Stephanie Sterling and how their videos are an incessant bitch session, because so many of the philosophies I see towards game developers and how they handle their shit is what I got from them, and how they handle their views towards game development. I get a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's just nothing but constant whining and bitching. It's just like, I don't know. But I still stand by a lot of the things they say. And I still a great mind in the terms of just video gaming. But I don't know. Weird tangent there. Sorry.
Well, it is kind of, it's a tough space to be in, right? Yeah. Because, I mean, their whole goal with the channel is to try to expose like a lot of that, you know, shitty stuff that's happening in the game industry that a lot of people don't like to talk about. And so it's kind of difficult, I guess, not for it to become just incessantly negative, because it's a lot of negative shit.
Yeah. I think
it's I think part of the problem is nothing gets done about it either. So, like, even they've said it a number of times, you know, where they're just like, I'm so fucking tired of having to say this, but nothing's changing, so we're going to keep saying it.
Yeah. Can no one help Lucia? No, no one's going to help Lucia. Sonic's okay, so let me scroll through the chat. Gonna get Mega Overdrive Pro myself. I think it's okay, Chris. I've been thinking about doing that too. Randall, I'm afraid I don't know what a mode is or an Everdrive. I'm afraid to ask. I'll get to that in a minute. Going through Raging Demons, Sonic CD. LOL. Yeah, I get it. Just joking. Nintendo can fuck off. Yeah, they can fuck off. And look, Sonic CD. Yeah, that's definitely not worth the price. And that game shut up too. I remember even when I got it, it was like a $30 to $50 game. I think it's gone up. It's not exponentially, but it's gone up. And it's not. No, don't. It's not that good. Release the GBA and GBC games. Yeah, I wish, but they're not going to do it. Can no one help Lucia? Fuck Lucia. And I don't mind playing the official emulation. I just think it's a very poor support. I agree. And that's why I'm going to go right here into the mode. And Randall, I thank you for the mode review. It's available in our Patreon. But what you can get... So what a mode is and an Everdrive is essentially what you're doing is you're taking a cartridge. So for an Everdrive is you're taking a cartridge from like Super Nintendo, N64, Sega Genesis, and you're taking that cartridge, you're putting it in original hardware, and you have an SD card, and you put a bunch of games into that cartridge, and that cartridge goes into your system, and it just has a user interface where you can just play any game you want to. And it works. And like once you have that, it's on original hardware, it uses it, you don't have to worry about FGPAs or emulation on a piece of hardware. It just works. And the mode is the same thing. It's an optical disc emulator. So the mode is a certain thing. It's a multi optical disc emulator. So that's the M, is the multi. And all it does is it simulates an optical disc drive for your Sega Saturn and the Dreamcast. And then you can upload ISOs onto a SSD, a USB, or a SD card. I think micro SD card. Yeah, micro SD. And you can play them off that on original hardware. And that's why they're cool. That's why they work out so well.
All right. All of the custom episode artwork is done. Now I have to go through and update all the episodes. We're making progress.
You know what, Demon? I actually agree with you. You don't buy EA literally, and this is I'm almost 100% with you. And it's one of those things where do I say anything in a lot of these situations? Because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna boycott, company X, and then I realize, well, I don't actually buy anything from company X. So it's like,
I have the opposite problem.
Yeah.
Where they're like, Activision Blizzard are a bunch of shitlords, and I'm like, yes. I agree, but also Diablo.
I get it. It's like if you hate a practice, punish by not practicing. Yeah, but again, and like Shane just said, he buys Diablo games. I'm not gonna sit here and say boycott Activision or boycott EA. When I don't buy EA or Activision games, or Blizzard games, or really, anything from them. I just don't buy them. So I can't tell you, I can't, give a recommendation to people and say, oh, yeah, boycott these things. But I, myself, I mean, it's not a boycott because I wasn't buying them to begin with. I think a lot of that gets lost in a lot of these, I don't want to call them hate moms because I mean they're doing it for a good enough cause, but like a lot of these quote boycotts unquote is that a lot of the people calling for these boycotts, they're not buying the products anyway. So when these products come to market and everyone's like, let's boycott it, they're not going to see much of a difference in their bottom line because most people are just tuned out. They're not paying attention to all the news or all the goings-ons of the industry, so they're just like, I see a good game, I buy it. Or you're in Shane's case, and it's like, I just really want to play this game, I've been looking forward to it, this is my favorite game. And you can't really fault them. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you're buying what you want to buy, and you're enjoying what you can enjoy. So and you're not really going to be able to change anything because, yeah, you topple one monster, and another one's just going to rise up anyway, when you really think about it. Because Activision came out of Atari, and they're protesting their practices about what they were doing. They are a rebellious company to go against the machine when they first started. So everything's cyclical. This is what you're willing to tolerate.
Well, and it's, I mean, we talked about this before, where it's just like, it's boycotting a game company is not just, it's not that easy. It's not that straightforward. No. Because you're not, by not supporting them, yes, you are in a way not putting money in the pockets of the CEOs and what have you, but you're also not supporting the entire giant team of people that actually put all of their time and effort into making the game. And you could make the argument that by not supporting them, you're also hurting those folks who honestly have nothing to do with, probably, and maybe don't give a shit about the awful business practices that are, and in some ways are also suffering under said practices. So it's a sticky situation. Like, there's no one silver bullet answer to that.
Yeah, there's a million different directions you could go with it. Like a million. And by the way, So hi, I see you here. Thank you for stopping by, man. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the chat right now. I can't possibly address all of it.
Let's see. Now that I don't have to swap back and forth anymore. Let's see. Where did we keep up? Oh, well, Soha was talking about Blizzard revealing Overwatch 2 and how it's basically just the same game. Yes, I agree. I mean, to be fair, I didn't give a shit about Overwatch to begin with because that's not my kind of game, but it didn't look like they were really doing anything different. It seemed like just more of the same, but I guess if that's what people want, then, you know, good on them. I guess they'll just fucking buy the same game again. I mean, hell, the Madden / FIFA / Call of Duty folks have been doing that for decades now, so, you know, who am I to stop them? But let's see, the issue with boycotting is, yeah, unless there's enough people doing it, it's not going to affect the company's bottom line. Right, and yeah, you're exactly right. I don't think there's ever going to, I could be wrong, it could also be really cynical, but I honestly don't think there's going to be that much of a groundswell from anything to boycott like a game publisher or something to the point where like they actually give a shit. I really don't think that's gonna happen, but I could be proven wrong. I don't know. Was this Soha? I don't need to worry about the whole boycott thing because they haven't released a good game in over a decade. I mean, kind of not wrong. Still remains to be seen what Diablo 4 looks like. I'm assuming you were talking about Blizzard, but we'll see how that turns out, I guess. I don't know. I also signed up for the potential to get into the open beta for Diablo Immortal because I just want to see what they did with it. I mean, I might surprise myself and actually enjoy it. Who knows? Although I have a feeling I do. Well, fucking, oh my god. So, in their little reveal video that they did with Wyatt Chang there, he was like, he was the one that was kind of presenting everything, and part of what he said was the fact that, like, they have decided to also release Diablo Immortal on PC. And he made some comment after, like, the announcement of that to the effect of, like, So, I guess you don't need a phone. Like, he just straight up, like, referenced that shit. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I see you. I see what you're doing. Doesn't make up for how shitty that comment was, but all right.
He was in a tough spot, man.
Oh, I know. Well, I said that before. Like, I felt bad for him, honestly, because, like, he knew. He fucking knew. Like, you could see it in his face when he went out on stage. And, like, you could just imagine backstage them being like, all right, you're going to do this. You got to talk. You got to hype this up. And him just being like, guys, like, Diablo it's a PC game. Like, all of the fans are PC gamers. And we've been stringing them along for years now with news about, like, a new mainline Diablo game. And you want me to go out there on stage and try to be hype about a fucking mobile game? I'm going to get murdered. And they're like, okay, good luck. And he's like, oh, fuck me. Like, you could just tell. Like, I honestly did feel bad for him. Like, it didn't matter who it was. Whoever was going to step out there was going to get just murdered.
Yeah.
It was just tone deaf in the way that they presented it. If it had been different, if they hadn't built up everybody's expectations, thinking that it was going to be an actual, like, Diablo 4 announcement or whatever, and then they come out there and be like, yeah, we're making a shitty fucking microtransaction riddled phone game. That's what you guys wanted, right?
We don't know it's shitty yet.
You're right. We don't know yet. I'm concerned because it's...
There's nothing wrong with 10 cents.
Well, yeah, exactly. And from everything that I've understood about the development process of that game is that they basically just took a pre-existing, like, Korean ARPG mobile game and reskinned it and called it Diablo. Now, I don't know if they've, like, done more with that since they took some extra time in development. Because I think part of that, like, real serious blowback that they got from the fans after that shitty announcement, I think made them rethink a few things, but I don't know, man. Although we'll find out soon. It's coming out June 2nd, so
Might be good.
fucking A.
Might be good.
I'll be, you know what? I'll end up streaming it.
Probably.
I mean, it is on PC after all. So.
Soha's making some good points in the chat.
Very least now people realize Blizzard's been making crummy ass games for a good while now.
That's facts.
It unfortunately, yeah, it is. I mean, WoW's been down the fucking toilet for quite some time. Like, I don't think anything past, like, probably Mists of Pandaria. Anything past there, I don't think was worth much of anything. The reveal thing that they did about the newest expansion they're working on is interesting. I don't know if it's going to save that game or not. I don't know if anything can at this point, but yeah, it's true. And, I said that before, and I'll say it probably forever, that one personally, it hurts me, because Blizzard is literally my childhood. Like, being a pretty big into PC gaming, growing up and everything, like, Blizzard was fucking everything, man. Like, they could do no wrong. Everything they released was amazing. It was polished. Like, did it have hiccups at releases? Yes, they pretty much always did. But you knew that you were getting a quality fucking game. Like, Blizzard was one of the only game companies that you could pretty much go and buy whatever they put out sight unseen, and you knew you were getting a quality product. And that has not been the case for a long time. And it sucks. Like, I mean, you can say whatever you want about having personal, like, connections to a fucking corporate entity, but it's kind of hard not to when they're solely responsible for a lot of shit that, like, was an integral part of, your life as you grew up. So Bethesda and BioWare.
You really think that Capcom, like, in terms of fighting games, has all those? I mean, SNK, I don't know. Arxis, yeah, I think Guilty Gear is easily taking it over, but Bandai Namco? I don't know about that. I think Capcom as a whole, I think has done a little bit of a renaissance. I think that. I think they have. I think they've done what they've needed to do. Besides, we already established SNK is essentially owned by the Saudi government. We don't like that. Tekken 7 is doing pretty good, that's true. I'm gonna have to cut this before I get to this dragon boss. So we are at that 2-hour mark, and I do need to be up. Morning. Sucks. Going long tonight? You just asked that. No. I'm actually, like I said, I'm gonna probably cut it here. Probably after this battle. I don't want to, because we're right at this dragon. And I think, like, once I defeat the dragon, that'd be a better place to stop.
Going long. Going long. Listen, guys, I'm trying. I don't know what you want me to do.
How many episodes of Lunar do we have? We just posted part 13, so...
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Haters! We're finishing this!
See? I mean, I don't know, Chris. The people want it.
I know they do. I'll see you next year with episode 40. It's not going to go that long. It's not an 80-hour game. Just like Corp. Okay, I'm stopping it here. I'm stopping it. I made my save state. Hold on. Let me save the actual game, because I'm probably going to forget. I made a save state. Look at that. I've been playing this 22 hours and 18 minutes for all of you. For all of you. Boom. Gone. Okay. That's it, everybody. Not booting back up. Not going long. Not going to happen. But I do appreciate everyone who showed up here tonight. You guys are amazing. And thank you. No, Randall. It's no. I already said no. But everyone, I think we had a really good discussion tonight about like boycotts and Blizzard and shitty people and all that stuff and shitty games on top of it. Without trying to be too one way or the other on it. Well, there's really no other way. So thank you all for stopping by. We have a fantastic Wolfenstein episode out for you. Yeah, we did talk about couches. We talked about futons.
That's true.
Talk about futons. Ichibuti, you've been really silent for most of this, and normally pretty talkative. And I'm sorry if we didn't live up to the Lunar standards. But everyone, thank you for stopping by tonight. We will defeat the Red Dragon in 2 weeks. Just anticipate that. I know I always say, I'm going to do it later. I'm not going to. Let's just be real. So in 2 weeks, we're going to go defeat that Red Dragon, and we're going to accelerate our way to the end of the first part of the game before we get to the epilogue. And yeah, we are making our way through. So Shane, what do you got for us, man?
Well, speaking
Thanks,
of
Steven.
Making our way through, yes, it was a surprisingly polarizing topic. You're right, but futons are inferior, and that's just the way of things. But speaking of making our way through, I am currently at episode 78 of our back catalog, updating things. So soon, all of our episodes will all look real nice and have their own custom artwork and all that fun stuff. So we're getting there. But let's see. What do we usually do? So, hey, if you're watching this and you've just been lurking and haven't said anything, then I'll hello. I'll pretend that I see you over there. We're glad that you're here anyway. Or if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, you may not know this, but we are in fact a podcast. So as Chris mentioned, we did just put out an episode. So you should probably go check that out. And if you don't already know how to do that, we've made that easy for you. All you got to do is just go to Linktree/Retro Hangover. The link is right there, right there, underneath the chat, and you can put the episodes all up in your podcasting app. You can also check out our public Discord. At the time of recording this stream, by the way, it is the first of a new month, which means that we are about to begin voting on our new high score challenge video game. So you should probably get on that because competition's always a good time. I was pleasantly surprised that I managed to unseat the reigning champion Soha for at least 1 month. I'm not sure that that'll carry over again, but I'll take my wins where I can get it. But at any rate, yeah. So Linktree/Retro Hangover. You can check out all our cool shit. And other than that, I think that's about it. So thanks again for everybody being here. And I guess Llama's going to be absent next weekend. Well, you're going to miss out on me playing some Wolfenstein, Llama. So it's too bad for you, I guess. But anyway, until then.
Until next time, play with your really cheesy just get a new girlfriend joysticks.
And yes, that was my strategy, Soha. Ha 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 ha.
Good night, everybody. I have to stop this now.